After the war, people are finding it a bit hard to begin trusting each other. That is manifested in very many ways. It's something which we are dealing with in Burundi, but also generalized poverty, the situation of insecurity because of the massive circulation, illicit circulation of small arms and light weapons, which are remnants of the war. An average family of 2 parents, for those who have been lucky to still have one of their parents still, because very many people died during the conflict. They are unable to put food on the table. They are unable to have access to education. They are unable to provide basic health care to their children. And also those who have a feeling that there's still widespread of injustice because their loved ones who were killed, no one has been held responsible. Discussions have not been held on what happened, who did what, and who's taking what responsibility. So those are some of the issues. But thanks to the peace process, I would say many of these things are being tackled. You have many international organizations, the United Nations is operating on the ground. Many international organizations as well as local community-based organizations are equally operating. And the American Friends Service Committee is one of those trying to contribute to the peace process. In Burundi, what we are doing today and what I'm very passionate about is being able to impact the capacity of local organizations to be able to do what they know how to do very well, because they can do it sometimes better than us. But the capacity to be able to put together good project proposals that can get the funds, to be able to do local community building, local healing, it's a challenge which they're facing. If we're able to strengthen the capacity of individual organizations on the ground to do peace work, to me is going to bring a significant contribution in the peace process. We're continuing to work in the area of trauma healing. There is a lot of pain that people have endured as a result of the war. It's scattered all around the country, but we are taking the specific areas where we have, because of our modest resources, where we would have the capacity to make an impact. I had graduated from the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, and so my energy was quite high to be able to practice journalism. And one of my first few reports ran me into trouble because I was covering March 17th elections, March 17, 1997 elections in Cameroon. Curiously, it's almost 12 years ago. And it ran me into serious difficulties, so I had to go into hiding in the country for about 8 months. And when I kind of like was coming out of it, I was recommended to a reverend pastor who had created an organization, the Communal Service for Peace and Human Promotions. So when I went and met him, I explained my ordeal. He said, if you are really concerned about contributing to change, you can do it, but not necessarily through radical means, because I was quite energetic. It's like, the country must change, we must change the country, we need to fight. So he said, he asked me if I knew about Martin Luther King, Gandhi. Well, I said Martin Luther King, but I didn't have details. So that was my entry. I went to a training for 3 weeks and started discovering strategies, the philosophy of nonviolence. And so that was when I really started getting into this field.